All right, we're going to start with FSD 12.5.1.5 in the daytime. And here's FSD making a left-hand turn, stop sign, smooth, no problem. And we have to make a right up here shortly. There was one nag, but it went away. All right, it makes a smooth turn like it's always been. Up there's a car and it gets around it with no problem. Forgive me for the screen moving. I got to look into my GoPro. My GoPro seems to be swinging when I turn the corner. So if you see the screen disappear, I'm still working to fix that. All right, here's a speed bump. And ooh, it went right up. It did not recognize the speed bump at all. I don't like that. It didn't even brake for speed. It's doing 26 miles an hour. There's another speed bump, 24, 22. It looks like it's attempted to slow down for this one. I don't know why, but when I'm on the street, FSD recognizes one speed bump, but it runs over the second one. Usually it's the second one it runs over, and it slows down for the first one. This one, it did it backwards. So there's something Tesla's going to have to work on here. And if you looked at my earlier video, you know this is one of the stop signs that I stop at here. Leaving my area and going to the right. There's my screen swinging again. Again, I apologize. And I was on my way to Starbucks to get some coffee, so I have it on full self-driving. I am not doing anything. Now, if you remember in my earlier video, I made this same turn under the bridge at night and it missed it. So I'm going to see what it does this time. I got in the left-hand lane with no problem. See, at night it kept straight in that lane on the right, so this is good. This is what I'm used to with 12.3.6, so that's good. Could be something going on with nighttime. I don't know. I might have to discuss that with Tesla. Okay, here we go. And this is that merge right in front of the Panda and the Whataburger and the Walmart sign. We got the same construction cones that's been there since Jesus walked the earth. They do construction like all the time here in Texas, so forgive me if I said Jesus and offend you, but I like to tell jokes every now and then. Okay. So this lane's going to merge into one. There you are. The construction cones are still there. They're doing some work, and they're widening the expressway. So these cones have been there for like 2 years. All right. FSD is going, no problem so far. There have been some phantom little slight break-in and keep going. I don't know what's going on. I do know when I read the notes, in this release, there was, I want to say 300 lines of stacks of code that was removed. Don't quote me on that. I don't have the release notes in front of me, but the place I'm going to for Starbucks is the next exit. So FSD decided not to get on the expressway and just stay in the service road here, which is fine. That's usually what I do. I could have got on Highway 30 and got off, but I did not. Okay, FSD recognized the cars and the vehicles on the side of construction vehicles with no problem. It's keeping a safe distance, and I want to let you know that I have the car on aggressive. I like to do my videos on aggressive because I want to see the balls of the software. What do you got? What is the most aggressive as I do a video? So anytime you see my videos driving with the latest software, it will always be on aggressive and hold. I like my brakes to hold and not chill and roll. So it's maintaining a very safe speed here, a safe distance as well. These roads are set for 55 miles an hour, and it's got a good, comfortable 49.50. So that's good. Maintaining a very good distance. I like that. I feel safe, and that's good. Now, I do know with this road, even though there's a second lane that they closed down because they moved the yellow or gold lane to the middle and turned it into a one lane, this is normally a 2-lane road. And what's going to happen is as we get closer to the area up here, it's going to merge into one, which is the one lane we've been on anyway. So yeah, you see the yellow lane goes to the side there. All right. And let's see if FSD is going to switch lanes, which it's not. What am I doing over there? Okay, let the screen go and shake that blue bar away. And I did. Oh, I do remember now. The location of the Starbucks, for some reason, is wrong in Google Maps. And that's something I want to talk to Tesla about, because I understand that the software uses Google Maps, but I will punch something up in the system which is a mile away and it'll say 5.9 miles, go out there and make a U-turn. And I find it to be quite odd. So it could be construction confusion. Not sure. Um, I'll slow down to 27 miles an hour, let the car turn. Okay. I should be picking up speed, which I am. Again, this is FSD 12.5.1.5, my first run during the daytime. So I did one, my previous video, I did one at night because I just got it last night. And today, this is the first daytime run with the software. It has me in the left-hand lane, but I should be going to the intersection and making a turn at the stop sign because the Starbucks is right there. What am I doing? It has me in the left-hand lane like I'm going under the underpass. Now, I decided not to correct it, and I should have. I should be right behind this dark colored SUV. But no, it has me going under the underpass. So I don't know if this is Tesla or Google Maps issue. This has never done this in 12.3.6. Never. Always got this right. So it's kind of like this software has done some digressing to versions before 12.3.6. Because 12.3.6, even though I had it for a while, it was the smoothest so far. So yeah, we got the YouTube music and we got the things added. But it seems like this release for hardware 3 is a little bit of digressing, and maybe it has something to do with those lines of code and stack that was removed. I do know that hardware 3 vehicles normally don't have the new radar system as the 2024s do, and I wonder if that has something to do with it. But then again, this is not summon or a parking issue. This is just basically software following the Google Maps. Now, Starbucks is behind me, so I'm trying to figure out where is this car going. I've decided to go with it just to see. So now I believe the maps is trying to correct itself and it's going to turn right down the street. I never go this way, Starbucks. Why this car is going this way, I do not know. But I decided, like I said, to go with it just to see. I have never, in the years I've lived here, I've never been down the street. So it's a little bit of confusion, but it's also like, hey, what's down here? Because Starbucks is on the main road near 30. And since it took that underpass, I believe it's trying to correct itself and get back to the Starbucks by going a different route and not taking me all the way back to my starting point. This is about 7-ish, 7:20 in the morning. I see school bus out. So it's between 7 and 7:30, I believe. There was a school zone sign back there, and Tesla did not slow down to 20. I found that interesting. It just kept, it maintained the same speed, which I didn't have this problem before. As soon as it saw a school zone, it automatically dropped down to 20. But for this version, it did not. That's something else to let Tesla know about. Okay, so it found a route to get back to the road perpendicular to Highway 30. I'm looking over at the map and I see where it's following this route to get back over. So we've basically driven in a loop. And it all started when FSD decided to take a left under the highway. And I didn't correct it. I just wanted to see what it would do. Okay, there's a school bus pulling out in front of us, so I know it's going to maintain safe speed. Okay, it's running smooth, staying within the lines, keeping a safe distance. Well, this one, it's running over the yellow line a little bit, but it's keeping a safe distance from the school bus, and that I appreciate. So the Starbucks is in a place called Fate, Texas, and that's the water tower for Fate, Texas. So that building off to the right is fresh, and the Starbucks is in front of us. So I see it went around in a loop to get back there, which is it's good, not so good, because we've driven an extra 5, 6, 7 minutes when Starbucks was literally right there. Okay, the morning traffic seems to be going pretty steady, so I'm trying to see how FSD is going to navigate this. Maybe it's going to jump out there kind of quick and just merge into the traffic. Let's see here. Oh, it gets out. Oh, why in the world did it go straight? Okay, I took it off FSD now. All right. Yeah, let's go ahead and get to Starbucks because this is crazy. Starbucks is literally in front of that building. They could have turned right and turned left, and Starbucks would have been right there. Why I decided to go straight, I don't know. I'm not sure if this is a Tesla thing or if this is a FSD, oh, excuse me, a Tesla FSD thing or if this is a Google Maps thing. But I've never had this many problems with 12.3.6 just getting to simple Starbucks. It got right there with no problem, and I don't think the map changed overnight. So it has to be something with the software because um, yeah, this is weird. Okay, Starbucks is up here to the right of this McDonald's, and I have not put it back in FSD. So I'll get back to you when it's time to once I've gotten my coffee and it's time to leave. Can you hear my love, babe? Can you feel me? Can you feel me? I want you. I need you. I need you. Can you hear my love, babe? Can you feel me? Can you feel me? I want you. I need you. Can you hear my love, babe? Can you feel me? Can you feel me? I want you. I need you. Can you hear my love, babe? Hear me, baby. Okay, I've picked up my coffee. Took a couple of sips, and it's time to get back to my destination. And I just turned on FSD, and let's see what happens. Nope, I didn't turn it on yet. Not yet. I'm going to wait until I get out in the street, I believe, to turn it on. Oh, there it is. I turned it on in McDonald's parking lot. Great. So let's see what happens. Again, I use rainbow roads on my screen so I know when FSD is turned on and when it's not, just to give you an accurate analysis of what's going on here. For those that just tuned in, this is FSD 12.5.1.5 daytime run with Tesla Model 3, Hardware 3. I just got it last night, and this is my first daytime run. If you want to see last time run, please look at my channel and look at the video before this one. All right, coming up to a stop sign. This is pretty standard stuff. Safe distance, smooth acceleration, smooth start. Love it. I mean, smooth acceleration, smooth stop. Love that about Tesla. That never changes. I don't care what software update you got. There's some things that are just basic and magical with all the Teslas, and this is one of them. Okay, green light chime. Heard it. Took off on its own, doing good. Speed's picking up, 35, 40. Here we go. Changes lanes. Got it. FSD. So this should be a smooth standard ride back. This is just a service road and a couple of turns. So this should be pretty smooth. No problems. Or it won't take the expressway. That's good because my destination is not too far up. That's for all you don't know. I'm in the Rockwall, Texas area. So this is Highway 30 here. And I'm in Fate, Texas on my way to Royce City, Texas. Okay, so we are continuing to head back. We're in the left-hand lane of a two-lane road, no problem. FSD is running smooth. Now emerging into one lane, and that is because there's an off-ramp there. It's the weirdest design I've ever seen. It's an off-ramp that has a short dump off to a two-lane road, and I've seen 2 accidents there. They really need to fix that, but that's not a Tesla thing. That's just a me thing, along with a couple of people that I know that said that exit is just really, really bad. But Tesla, I can tell you this, when I'm on 30 and I'm taking that off ramp, I turn it off FSD because FSD does not slow down and it jumps and slides into the right hand lane and there's the car there. It just won't work good. So just a little tidbit there if you happen to be in this area. So I know there's a right coming up here shortly, and FSD is maintaining a good little 60 miles an hour, but it is slowing down. All right, slowing all the way down. Get ready to make this right-hand turn here. 30, 30, 27, 6, 5. All right, not a problem. FSD is doing it. Okay. All right, so now we're going to the next drive. Oops. This is one I want to talk to Tesla about. I almost got into a head-on collision. FSD took off right there in the middle of the intersection with a car coming, and I had to stop it. Okay, now I'm making a left-hand turn. I don't know why that happened, but that was the collision I was referring to in the video before this one, that the FSD 12.5.1.3, 1.5, almost caused an accident. That was it. The car took off and knowing it was a car coming. So there's some things that it has to fix. Again, I want to make sure that everyone knows I love the update and improvement as far as YouTube video, YouTube music, and Amazon music, and the scheduling, and all the things that came with the update. But the driving smoothness, in my opinion, and some of the quirks that were worked out in 12.3.6, seem to have digressed into this updated version. It's almost like they went backwards as far as the smoothness. And I hope that there's a future update that puts it back the way it was, because it was working really, really good. Okay, we're going up here to a right-hand turn. All right, no. This is going to be a left-hand turn. Okay, so right now I know where we're going. I'm going to the vet. I have my my French Bulldog Jersey in the back seat, and we're going to the vet. So this is going to be a left-hand turn now. Okay, inches up. It doesn't seem to be a problem there. Okay, turning on green. Great, everything is smooth. Okay. These are the same construction cones from earlier today when I was going to Starbucks. Now this time we're going to get on 30 because I'm taking it about 8-9 miles to the vet. Okay, it's going smooth. It has a good distance between the car in front, going 45 miles an hour. That's good. So I know it's going to merge up here. Okay, it didn't merge over to the left, but it should be getting on it did not get on the expressway. I find that weird. It didn't take the expressway, but again, that's not an FSD thing, that's a Google Maps thing. Why it did not get on the expressway there, I don't know. It could be a redirect because there is some traffic up there I do see on Highway 30, so it chose to go straight. And that's fine. That's fine. As long as its distance to target is the shortest amount of time, the most efficient amount of time, and that I can get there safely. Those are the things that I worry about, and I think that anyone who owns a Tesla and uses full self-driving should be concerned about. So if it decides to go down to the next exit, that is perfectly fine. See some traffic up here. Okay, FSD decides to merge left. And it's okay that it did that. I know that this lane is going to merge into, there we go. It's going to merge into a 1-lane road. So I'm assuming this is the aggressive part of the setting. Because although it merged left, it's going to eventually, this lane is going to be shut down. And this is FSD doing it on its own. I am not taking over yet. It's deciding to creep up slowly. And it's just, I guess it's going to just get its way in there. One thing I can say, I love full self-driving during traffic because for me, traffic can be mentally draining. Just the slow creep and the sitting still. And FSD is wonderful for giving the fatigued driver a break. You're not so fatigued that you're not paying attention. You always want to pay attention. But if you're used to stopping and going, you want to give your feet, your ankles, and your arms just a minute to relax. FSD is wonderful for that. It looks like we're in slow creep of traffic, so that's fine. Can you hear my love, baby? Can you feel me? Can you feel me? I want you. I need you. Can you hear my love, baby? Can you feel me? Can you feel me? I want you. I need you. Okay, so we've been on this service road pretty much the whole way, and I know I've been on this road for at least 8 miles. I sped up the video because we're just basically staying straight, stopping and going, and I want to get to a point where FSD is negotiating traffic, turning and doing whatever. So I know we're about to turn left. I would think that FSD would merge to the left, but this road happens to be a 2-lane left turn. So it looks like Full Self-Driving has decided, oh, just stay in this lane because you can turn left from this lane anyway, which was great. So we're going to sit here for a minute and wait for our turn to go left. Okay. Again, I apologize because I noticed that my GoPro is swinging left and right. I'm gonna have to get that fixed. There we go. So that's the first turn after the one way back 8 miles ago. It's going good. It's maintaining a safe speed and not doing anything quirky. It's just staying in the right-hand lane. And that's because the vet is up on the right. So there we go. FSD does its thing. Oh, there's my cousin up there on the right. There is a red Model 3. It looks like the same color as my car. I'd like to see my family out there, my Tesla family. It looks like she's at a light, but I can't tell if she has FSD on or if she's just driving. And there you go. See you next time, cousin. There she goes. She's making a left-hand turn. Great. And I don't know if you've heard this in a previous video, but one thing I love about Tesla is that when the light turns green, if you have it turned on, there's a green light chime. Now, it's not that you're not paying attention, but if you are sitting there thinking about something, waiting on a light, and you forget, the chime kind of snaps you out of it and say, go, ding. Of course, you didn't hear it because I have the environmental sounds turned down, but it chimes every time there's a green light, and I love that. Absolutely love that. Okay, and looks like this is the rest of this drive, because the only thing we're going to do is go past this light, go up a little bit, turn right into the parking lot. So I'm going to execute. I'm going to end this one, and then I'm going to go ahead to the next video. Can you hear my love, babe? Can you feel me? Can you feel me? I want you. I need you. Okay, so now I'm going to navigate to a Supercharger. I thought it was interesting to put this in here as well for an FSD 12.5.1.5. It should be no problem, but I just wanted to say, you know, let people see what this new software is doing as far as going to a Supercharger. So it goes up to the stop sign and stops. I almost want to say the car looks both ways. It probably does. We just can't see it. It doesn't have a head, so that's cool. All right, so it turns. Now there is construction. There's actually a whole lane there, but they've turned it off because they're getting ready to widen the road. And that's the temporary entrance right there, and it finds it with no problem. That's good. So now we're going east, away from Dallas, which is behind us, and we're going pointed toward Greenville, but we're not going that far. We're actually going to still stay in Royce City, and we're going to take the next exit. I believe the 64 is picking up. It already did an aggressive lane change, not a problem, keeping a safe speed. That's good. And I really can't see. Okay, it says 1.3 miles up there, and then we're going to take an exit. Beautiful people come together to save the world. Beautiful people come together to save the All right, it should be doing a right hand. There we go. Let's get ready to do a right hand turn because it's time to exit the expressway. And there, in this particular scenario, the Supercharger is at a Buc-ee's. So let's see. I'm going to see if it makes it there. Plus, I'm going to show you guys, if you don't know, how to execute the auto park. Some know. So I had someone ask me, how do you execute the auto park? I'm going to show you. And auto park is part of full self-driving. Means if you don't have full self-driving in your car completely, or you don't have a subscription, you won't see auto park. So I want to say that. Okay. executes a slow, correct turn in here. That's good. It's following. Looks like I'm following the white van. Supercharger's up there, straight ahead, but it'll go this way and then turn left, so that's good. Okay, so it says navigation complete. All right, it put on a turn signal right here. Oops, it was almost getting ready to hit a car. I took it off full self-driving because I didn't want to go into parked cars. There are the Superchargers there. Now I'm getting ready to execute an auto park. Now watch, I'm gonna pull up a little bit and swing it to the left. You see right here in the right there. So I'm gonna pick a spot and hit start, and I'm gonna sit back and let it do it. So it's actually in auto park mode. I don't know how fast. I don't know if you've seen that, but when the squares turn blue, or turn the gray, you touch it, it turns blue, and you hit the start button that pops up, and the car will park itself. There you go. And it pulls into the Supercharger. It does this little swing back and forth. It turns the steering wheel. Everything is one. I absolutely love auto park. And that concludes the video. Until next time.